The Roman Empire is remembered for its grand buildings, powerful armies, and unmatched influence over the ancient world. But behind the shining marble temples and victorious generals, there existed a darker reality: the system of slavery. Among the most vulnerable in this system were female slaves. Their journey into slavery was often horrific, beginning with war, capture, and the cruel trade that treated human beings as property. Slavery in Rome grew as the empire expanded. Every time Roman legions conquered new lands, thousands of people were captured and sold into slavery. Men were used for hard labor in mines and fields, but women were often chosen for domestic work or worse. Imagine a young woman in Gaul, Greece, or North Africa. One day, she lived in her village, surrounded by family. The next day, Roman soldiers marched in, burned homes, and chained survivors. For these women, life changed in a single night. Their terrors and cries did not matter. They were now spoils of war. The slave markets of Rome became the next stage of their nightmare. Captured women were brought in chains, displayed like animals, and examined by buyers. Wealthy Romans came to choose them based on strength, beauty, or age. Merchants shouted prices, while women trembled in fear, knowing they had no say in their fate. For many, this moment, standing on a platform under the gaze of strangers, was the most humiliating experience of their lives. Families were separated forever, mothers torn from children, sisters from brothers, never to see each other again. Once sold, a female slave's first day in Rome was filled with confusion and fear. She entered a world she did not understand: new language, new customs, and strict rules. Wealthy Roman households expected immediate obedience. Mistresses demanded loyalty, while masters often saw slaves as objects to use and control. For the women, freedom was gone, replaced by endless commands. Their names were often erased. They were given new Roman names, stripping them of their identity. Many of these slaves were very young, sometimes only teenagers. To the Romans, their youth made them more valuable. These young girls were trained quickly to cook Roman meals, clean marble floors, or take care of wealthy children. Mistakes were punished harshly. Even the smallest error could lead to beatings. Slaves learned to live in silence, keeping their heads down, hoping to avoid their master's anger. But slavery was not just about work. It was about control. The Romans believed slaves were property, not humans. Laws allowed masters to punish them without limits. A female slave had no legal rights. She could not marry, own land, or testify in court. Her body, her labor, and her future all belonged to her master. This cruel reality broke many spirits. Yet, not all stories were the same. Some female slaves worked in the fields or in public bathhouses, while others served in elite Roman villas. Life in the countryside meant long hours under the sun, carrying water, and tending to crops. In the cities, life seemed easier, but was often more dangerous. Slaves were under constant supervision, forced to serve at parties, and sometimes pushed into situations that destroyed their dignity. The beginning of slavery was always marked by loss. Loss of home, family, language, and freedom. The cries of women captured in distant lands echo in Roman markets, yet the empire marched on, powered by their suffering. For the Romans, slavery was normal, part of everyday life. For the slaves, it was a living nightmare that began with violence and never truly ended. Female slaves in the Roman Empire entered this world of despair through chains, humiliation, and fear. Their beginning was not just the start of servitude, but the death of their past lives. And yet, their entrance became a hidden part of Rome's story, a story rarely told, but deeply felt in every corner of the empire.